What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a little review of Season 2 of Aggretsuko. I know this is a long time coming, but yeah, it's finally going to happen. The next few videos are going to be Season 3, 4, and 5. I am working on those right now. So yeah, we'll just get started right into it with Episode 1 of Season 2, where Retsuko... the episode opens up with her on the phone with her mom. Her mom buys her an outfit, sends it to her. She doesn't like it, obviously. She goes to work. Boss man tells her and her friends is a new employee about to start work, and they have to train him. After work, Retsuko goes home and sees her apartment door open, and she thinks someone broke in, so she calls the cops. She goes inside, turns out it's just her mom there, cleaning her apartment because her mom wants to set her up on a blind date. And yeah, cops get there. She just tells them to go away, obviously. So yeah, that was episode 1. I'm gonna try to keep this like short and sweet. Episode 2. There's a hair on my microphone there. The new employee starts work. He looks very eager to start work. Retsuko does end up going on her blind date. During the blind date, marriage comes up as a topic, and they talk about their not their plans on getting married, but what or their opinions and everything about marriage are. The next day, Retsuko goes to work, and she's training the new employee, and he keeps screwing up because he's too nervous answering the phones. Retsuko's mom calls her at work, tells her that the guy she went on a date on is interested in dating her and maybe have future plans of marriage. When she gets home, she gets an email from her coworker saying he doesn't like the way he was treated, that he's been mistreated, and a bunch of stuff turns up not to be true at all. She ignores the email until the next day. She tries to talk to him at work. He ignores her face to face, but then immediately emails her and saying he wants her response in an email. Which, as we know, if you plan on going to the boss in the future, emails are the best way to go because you have everything written down instead of just a he said, she said situation. Episode 3. Retsuko tells her mom she doesn't want to date the guy. Her mom disagrees but respects her decision anyways. Excuse me. She keeps training the guy at work, and he still doesn't know how to answer the phone properly. He keeps screwing up. Right before work ends, her work friends ask her if she wants to go drinking, but she refuses to go because the new guy is going to be there with them, and obviously she doesn't want to hang out with the new guy. And while she's at home, the new guy tells her that he's giving her until the next morning to answer to her emails, and that's all he says. Her phone dies. She gets home, and her mom shows her a new guy to date, and she says she doesn't have time to date right now because she wants to learn how to drive. The next morning, the new guy gets mad because she didn't reply in time and says he's escalating it further. She gets mad because technically she's done nothing wrong, and she has done nothing wrong. Then she goes for her first driving lesson, and one of the student drivers there, she finds him cute. Episode 4. Retsuko shows her friends the emails, and her friends almost kind of make fun of her, but in another way, not really. She then asks the new guy to help her out with work. He says he's too busy looking at his emails, which turns out to be weird. Then after that, she goes to driving class, and she's just smitten by that guy. Later on, we learn that her work has to put on like a festival thing, and she gets partnered up with the new guy to have a booth which obviously she doesn't want to. She then later on in the episode goes and she becomes friends with the guy she's finding cute at the driving school. And then Retsuko's work friends are also getting the new guy mad, which turns out he's getting everyone mad. He's getting mad at everyone. Episode 5. Everyone's getting the new guy mad, including the boss. They've all done nothing wrong, but he's just being way too sensitive, and we learn later on, blah, 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 whatever. She then goes to her driving lessons. She flirts with the new guy. That's it there. She goes later on. The next day, we see her and her friends, her work friends, setting up the booth at the festival. The new guy doesn't help out at all. Retsuko was the one cooking, and everyone said she made horrible food. But turns out the new guy decided to help out, and everyone loved this food. And yeah, he's a really good cook because everyone fell in love with his food, and they sold out. The next day at work, the new guy actually helps her out with work that her boss piled on. Episode 6, the new guy decided to make meals and bring them to work and sell them to everyone because everyone loved his cooking. Retsuko agrees to help out the guy she has a crush on to teach him to learn how to drive and stuff because she's doing good and he isn't. Retsuko's mom, later on in the episode, is pressuring her to date and find someone, so Retsuko agrees to go to speed dating. It turns out to be a bad time, but her and one of her karaoke friends start liking the same guy. Turns out he was just like a paid actor to be there. He wasn't actually looking for a date or anything. At the end of the episode, we learn that Retsuko gets her license finally. Good for her. And she wants to tell the new guy she has a crush on, but he quit driving school. Sorry that the video cut there. I accidentally pressed stop record. Episode 7. She gets her license, and she takes a really bad picture on it, and she gets mad at the picture. Her and her friend go to a road trip. They go to an onsen to relax, and then they get in a fight about the opinion on marriage. Everyone's telling Retsuko their opinions on marriage. She starts thinking hard about it and pictures the boy from driving school in her mind. At the end of the episode, we learn that, well, we already know the guy's name is Tadano. I haven't said Tadano yet. But we learn that he's rich and runs a business, and he's trying to partner up with Retsuko's workplace. That's how the episode ends. Episode 8. Tadano has a business meeting at Retsuko's work with her friends from karaoke. Everyone keeps talking to Retsuko about him without anybody knowing that they know each other. And then at this point, Retsuko and him don't know that they know. Well, they know each other, but like they don't know who they're talking about because no one says the name. After a while, we see Tadano in his car. He sees Retsuko walking on the street, so he decides to leave his car, has his driver in his limousine just go home, and he goes and hang out with Retsuko. The next day, she gets super happy because technically they're going on a date, and then everyone's noticing that she's super happy about it. She then learns who he is and gets mad because he didn't tell her the truth about who he was. The next day, well, they go on a date to get ramen, and then the next day she's super happy, and she's hearing wedding bells in her head. Episode 9. She helps one of her friends. This was one of her friends in episode 1 that had a business. Move into her new office, the business stuff, all this stuff. Her friends figure out she's dating someone with money in this episode at the start. She goes on a date with Tadano. Turns out it's actually a business meeting with Retsuko's boss and his boss's boss. After that meeting, They go on a date. Him seem to be falling madly in love. Everyone later on learns out who Retsuko's dating because a news article pictured them together with just her eyes blurred out, but you can still tell it's her. At the end of this episode, we learn that Tadano thinks marriage is pointless because someone mentioned marriage in the article and he said it. Episode 10. Retsuko now learns that not only does Tadano think marriage is pointless, but also having kids is pointless. Haida gets super crazy jealous that Retsuko's dating Tadano. Tadano tells her to quit her job because she clearly isn't happy, and that he will support her financially in whatever she wants to do. She then goes back to work, gives her notice to her boss, and her boss tells her to make up her own mind and not just go with whatever Tadano says, which she then decides to not quit her job because she actually likes it. At the end of the episode, she goes to karaoke to show Tadano who she is and what she wants, which is she wants marriage, she wants kids, she wants to keep her job, and they decide to part ways because they have different opinions and different views. So yeah, that's it for season 2. Like I said, the next following weeks are going to be season 3, season 4, season 5 to finally get those out of the way. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment, even if you're just saying hi, what your opinions are, what other animes do you want me to watch. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The channel is actually growing quite a bit, so that's fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.